How are you? Are you ready to find out what the first quarter will bring you? Let's hope that you will be able to hear my voice over top of the sound of nature and also of man rushing by and not noticing the fish that have been jumping this morning. Big fish jumping this morning. So that means something bigger is after them. Is that something that you are looking forward to in this first quarter, Aries? You've had so many things biting at your tail in your career house for far too long. It's lighting a fire under your butt so that you cannot help it but to keep jumping higher and higher, which is a good thing. Your career, you're definitely going to be working upon what is it that you really want to do. Your career has been changing, and now you have more opportunities. So, what are you going to do? What have you done with the opportunities that have presented themselves to you? Do you stay in the shallow water where you know no big fish, or you're hoping no big fish would come in and get you? But in life, there's always someone bigger than you who wants to take you down. So that's just part of life. Why play it safe? Would that be a woodpecker? It's got a tuft on its head, like a woodpecker does. But it's not a red-headed one, so I don't know. Who is that bird on the high wire? Could that be you? Ready to walk where many others have cast their lines only to get stuck? But now you are ready to walk that tight rope into a new destination. Whoa, it is a drip. Good morning, drip. How are you? Just when I thought no one could see or respond to my comments, a drip appears, which is always cool. I'm going over the astrology for Aries. Well, really, I'm going over the astrology for everyone, starting off with Aries. And Aries has some really potential to work on their hopes and dreams that they have had, and it's time to go for it. There's a lot of planetary that's going to be pushing, and your dreams that you've had for a new world, a new piece, a new possibility is going to present itself. So, what are you waiting for? That's a big thing with Aries. What are you waiting for? You like to go and plant seeds, but you don't always see things grow. You don't always take the time and see things grow. But now you're going to have the opportunity in order to make your dreams come true. Are you willing to go to that extent? That is the question. Are you willing to go that extra mile? Or will you quit before the miracle happens? That is the question. You are not your job. Your job is not you. Your job should be something that you enjoy doing. Otherwise, is the money worth your time and effort? So consider that one. There is going to be some cash flow. I mean, working on yourself is a big, big part of what's going to be coming up the first quarter of 2003. So, if you want, that's that thing about free will. If you want a good new beginning, then go for it. It's right there. Yes, it starts within you. You have been beat down enough to have the motivation to, okay, let's go. It's time. Let's put the past behind us and start anew. What kind of new are you going to start? Because there will be cash flow for you. The cash is going to increase. There's going to be lots of opportunities. So for you to not, it would have to be a victim volunteer. If you're not a victim held by force, you are a volunteer to stay in your misery. So the choice would be yours. And you cannot blame others for your decision when we have free will. You can listen to what they say, but ultimately, it is your decision. Good morning, Kat. We are discussing astrology, and this is for Aries. For the first quarter of 2003. And while I'm talking about Aries, let me move that a little bit. You'll get to watch the fish jumping. And as I was talking about in the beginning, we've had those big fish chasing our tails. And it's time to, as they say, use it or lose it. So Aries, you got a good thing going. And I guess I might just stay on here and put the time marks on and just keep rolling all of the signs. So, Aries, you have a lot of good stuff coming for you. And those of you who are listening to me right now, if you could let me know if my audio is sufficient or if I do have to find my other microphone and plug it in. So hopefully you'll be able to hear my voice over top of those fish splashing. Are you watching those fish jump? Where is my fishing rod about now? So Aries, get that frickin' rod out and start casting, because money is coming your way in 2023. Lots of good money's gonna be coming in from now until April. Big money. Hey, Christopher, how are ya? Oh, wait, Cole, it's even showing which one, if it's YouTube or if it's Facebook. Fantastic. Okay, Aries, as I said, you have some things to work upon, and I guess most of it is just getting that fire under your butt a little bit higher, because there's no reason why you can't get out there and get your dreams and put them to work. No reason at all. And I would say, for those of you who have had issues of addiction type, hold you back, make me feel bad, make me feel better but worse than when I do, you might also want to know that if it could land you in a place of confinement, then you might consider that be your first priority, is getting those addictions under control. And it's the outside that manifests within. It's not the addiction per se. It's not the action, it's our thought. So, do some inner work, because if you don't, there might be some outside influences that are looking to catch your butt. Those bigger fish that might want to use you to make an example. And there again, there's going to be a lot of government crash down changes of pointing out of the crimes against humanity. So if that is part of, and you know what it took for recovery, then you might want to look into speaking up to those who are for those who are still imprisoned in their own self-imposed or, behind bars. And they can be behind bars in many different ways, not always in the metal bars. Because remember, when we ingest spirits, why do you think they call them spirits? When the personality changes from too much intoxication. So, work on that. or speak out for others if you have already addressed the issue. Be a light for others in how they can overcome. So now we are going to go on to Taurus. Taurus the bull. Taurus the bull that has had so many challenges. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this tripod working right. And yeah, I probably should have got my other tripod out, but that's okay. A little bit of shaking you up will do you good. And I guess that's that thing about the Taurus. They needed a little bit of shaking up because they got a whole lot of stuff shaking going on. But hopefully they're learning. Hopefully Taurus is learning the lessons. Because it's a talking to you, Taurus. You've had some hard lessons that you've had to learn. And working on your career is in the forefront. That's as well as Aries working on their career. And I think a lot of people are working on their career. I think that there's a lot of people who are finding out that what they were doing is not serving them. And they are looking for new opportunities to be happy in their job. I enjoy and have more or less always enjoyed my self-employment. I might not have made the money that I could have working for, but I was never happy in a position working for. Excuse me. So therefore, I've worked a lot of jobs, and they were just jobs. It was just for money to pay my bills, and that wasn't a whole lot of fun. So I have found being an entrepreneur is something that I like and I enjoy, even though you work 24/7 for half of the pay, at least at the beginning. If you keep going and you don't quit, here we go, then opportunities will knock at your door. Oh, it's saying transmission isn't going, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but I'm going to keep going for Taurus. And there again, that could be one of those signaling for Taurus to open up your ears and to listen, and not always to speak, but to listen and hear what others need to tell you. Okay, transmission is unstable. Well, considering I am, let's see, a couple of miles, I would say, maybe a mile as the raven flies from the ocean. I'm enjoying being a snowbird from the cold weather. And yeah, it's a weak network connection, so I don't know if this is going out there or not, or if it's mumble jumble. And there again, when we're talking about Taurus, well, Taurus, what others are trying to information that you really don't know but you need. You need to consider new thought patterns. Remember, God speaks through other people. And remember, God's speak is good, orderly, direction. So whatever you want to call your God, that's what I call mine. It's good, orderly direction. And what I have found is understanding that life is indefinite chaos until divine order is found. And that divine order is found looking outside of our little world and into the universe of our solar system and see how these planetary aspects do affect us. So, there's much healing that's going to be doing with you, Taurus. And whatever you need to get rid of by the end of April, you will know that if it's a matter of life and death, you will know what you need to get rid of to be healthy. This is a big year for people to get healthy, because if they do not get healthy, then the increase in death rates will continue. So get healthy, Taurus. Keep working on getting healthy. What is outside of you that needs to be addressed in order to get healthy within? Big question. Big question, are you willing to address it, Taurus? There's new opportunities coming in for your career. So if you don't like your job, get ready, because it looks like you're going to have an opportunity to experience many positions. So if you do not find the one that you like, keep looking, keep moving, keep changing. Don't be so stubborn. Cash flow. Cash flow should be doing good, Taurus. We know how you like that money. So, money, working upon it, you have the ability to make some money. So keep going. Communicate your worth. Except for the pay, then speak up. Speak up if you're not making enough of money. You have different kinds of bosses. Some will reward you for your work, and others who will reward themselves for your work. So, choice is yours, Taurus. Choice is yours. Listen to what other people are saying. We hear the voice, that still small God, or still small voice of God that comes in through other people and their wisdom. So try not to think that you know it all. When you understand, the more you know, the less you really know. The more information that's out there, the more information that is available for you to hear. So try to be a little quieter and listen to the messages that are coming in from other people. So Taurus, good luck. You have opportunities. The fishing is good. So cast a line and catch a big one. To Gemini. Gemini, the twins. Holy sugar, which one am I talking to now? That's hard to say. And it's saying transmission is still unstable. I'm hoping that you can hear. Well, let's hope that you can hear me. Gemini? It's like, what do I have to do? Yell in your ear? Or is that depending on which ear that you have blocked this time? Because it's not like you haven't been told many times. It's just that you still haven't learned the lessons. Okay, some of you still have not learned the lessons, Gemini. And they're placed upon you. And they're going to be working upon you. And as I was speaking to Aries earlier, if you to stay out of the bars, if you are going to drive, if you are going to drink, do not drive when you go to bars, or you will end up behind bars. The choice is yours. How do you want to make that choice, that decision? Do you want to end up with a legacy of, or do you want to listen to that good little voice and say, hey, we might want to do something about this problem? And if you cannot solve the problem with your own willpower, then you might want to look into treatment programs, whether it is inpatient or outpatient. And there again, if you have already conquered out there, hopes and wishes. I mean, you're working on a whole new career for yourself. And what is it that you really want to do? Because the opportunities are there for you. So, Gemini, decide. Make a decision. And bounce it back and forth between the good twin and the twin who doesn't always have your best interest. And it's like, would that be the id, the ick, the undervaluing your self-worth, the you are not good enough voice that wants to be an outpost in your head? And you cannot fight the enemy when they have an outpost in your head. And I think that I will stop with the, so that I do not have to go back and redo these videos. Although getting video of helicopters that come right over top of where you are filming. Unexpected. Gemini, are they looking for you? Or have you said, oh shit, I don't think that going to a bar is worth ending up behind bars? Choice is yours. You have some lessons that are coming. If you've already taken the lesson and gotten the outcome, then you might not want the next lesson if you haven't learned, because it comes at a higher price. It might have been you have spent how much time already, whether it's self-imposed or exile. That is the decision that you're going to have to make. And if you want to get out of the situation, it is available. The opportunity is there. You have an opportunity for good things coming, but you have to decide, and you have to know that you are worth it. So pick it up, cast that reel out, and go for it, because the opportunities are there for much success, Gemini. Your hopes and wishes and dreams are right there, ready for you to harvest. So that you are unworthy of, because the harvest will be beautiful if you say, I am worthy, and don't listen to the little voice who wants to bring you down and say that you are not, because you are worthy. So, Gemini, keep looking for the inspiration and be an inspiration. You are out there in the world. You have been working upon yourself, and you will continue to be working upon yourself, because there is fruitful gain when you say, I am worthy. And by the end of April, you will notice a larger chunk of change in your pocket. So don't be afraid. Don't be scared. But step into the powers that you have and be an inspiration to others who have traveled or are traveling on that challenging journey. So, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, great things are coming in the first 4 months of 2023. Make it your best years yet. Opportunities are there if you choose them. So, see you, love you, bye.